Hello all, 9th of May 2016, Dan here from Essex, United Kingdom. So it's about 19 degrees already today and it's only about 9 o'clock in the morning, so that's brilliant. Of course it's significantly warmer in here because we're inside a polytunnel, so great microclimate, and as my regular viewers know, I'm growing some plants in here that would generally be grown in warmer regions of the world. So, just show you what we've got. Now, you may remember that I set these a while ago in some of these root trainers. Now these are bottled gourds, and these are going to go outside in the garden somewhere, just within the compost. You can see little tomatoes have grown here, but that's no big deal. So the bottled gourds are looking very healthy. These are very hungry plants, and the plants do get rather big. In foreign languages they're known as dudi, I believe is the Hindi term for it, and I think Filipinos call it upos. So lots of and they're a nice fruit, and in their raw vegetable, and in their own country they get rather large. So they certainly, I mean, I grew them with success last year, my regular viewers will know. So if anyone hasn't seen those videos, just check out some of my videos from last year and you'll see what I managed to grow. Now here, this is called bitter melons. Now these grow up very high, so they'll get as high as this polytunnel easily, and they produce like a bitter fruit or melon that looks like sort of like a really knobbly cucumber. These are used a lot in Asian cuisine. The Filipino name for them is ampalaya, I believe. Obviously other languages have their own name for these sorts of things, but they're quite hungry. These are quite sturdy, and I'm going to need to put some canes, which you can see there, up, and maybe some string, such as this, in order for them to climb up. So, hoping for some success. I managed to grow a few last year, but hoping for a bit more success this year. And here, this is a watermelon. I believe this is variety Charleston Grey. I've grown several varieties, and you can see that these are looking quite sturdy, and these have been in about 3 weeks or so, so the roots should be established by now. And I noticed last year that when I grew watermelons, they suddenly came on all at once. They spent about 6 weeks or so really not doing much at all, and all of a sudden they exploded into growth. So we're just hoping that we can get a good crop of watermelons. I managed to produce a few edible ones last year, and they were very sweet and very nice, and quite a few people were surprised at what you can grow with regards to this sort of thing in the UK if you just think about it a little bit. At the back here is another bitter melon plant. Had that one inside a little bit longer in one of these root trains, so of course it's a little bit spindly, but I'm going to stick something in for that to climb up. Now you can see that I've got my black bin bags down in order to attract the heat, and when it was colder in here I had these plastic tops of the root trainers over like that for further humidity, because then of course the heat would rise up from the black polythene and stay in this overnight. So that's a good thing to do in order to keep the heat in. Once again, we have some more watermelons here. I need to do a little bit of weeding in here. This is, you know, obviously one thing you do have to do, a little bit of weeding. This is organic compost, so this tends to have seeds in it, and there's a lot of manure in this as well, which once again doesn't bother me because I know that the compost is of extremely high quality, and this is needed when you're growing hungry plants like watermelons. So you can see this is established a nice size, this one already, and I have some more watermelons around here. Now I know that people are going to tell me that I've been setting these too thickly, which again is true. What I will probably do is take out the ones that don't do so well and leave the stronger ones. So if I manage to get about 5 or 6 watermelons from the project in here, I will be very happy. And we've just got a little bit of the old Swiss chard there. I had some of that for dinner yesterday, which is very nice. I'm not going to go too much into all this because you guys have seen all this before. The peaches seem to be getting bigger every day. They really are doing well. Completely surprised at just how well they've done. And this one here, I just won't go into everything too much. This is kohlrabi, which is not usually grown that much here in the UK, but I got these seeds from a friend of mine who's from Hungary, and he told me that you know, in his country, kohlrabi is a very popular thing to eat. There's a certain dish they do with it. So growing some kohlrabis, and so far I'm very happy. Look at that lush green growth, and we've got some more over there in this white little pot thing here. So all in all, successful, and we're hoping for, you know, even more success. Now, okay, so what I've got here is some bottled gourds that I'm growing outside. Now, I grew these inside in the root trainers, then they stayed in a polytunnel for a bit, and now they're outside. Now, one thing you have to be careful of. Now, yes, we know the weather is currently nice, but they say don't cast a clout till May is out, and you know, we could still get frosts here in the UK at this time of year. So if you're going to put things like this outside that are very tender, you know, runner beans, marrows, this sort of thing, you must be careful, because you never know, a frost could happen. So what you need to do is you need to be looking on the weather to check that you're not going to get a frost, because you don't want your hard work to go to waste, and so you need to be prepared to protect them. I mean, one simple way that you can protect stuff from frost, if you really can't be bothered to do much more, is you can simply do this sort of thing. Just do that, and to a degree that will protect it from a light frost. But of course bubble wrap and all that sort of thing is one of the ultimate ways of protecting it. But I grew some of these in the polytunnel last year, these bottled gourds, and they didn't really do that well. The plants went absolutely crazy, probably to do with the crazy heat and the extreme humidity that would have been in there, and they simply just went crazy, and they didn't produce any real fruit, and the fruit they did produce quickly went rotten on the plant. But the ones I grew outside were successful, so let's see how we do. Okay, have a good day and enjoy the sun.